As we grow older, many of us find ourselves feeling more distant from our children and grandchildren. Life moves fast. Careers, school, and technology create a world where family connections can feel like an afterthought. You may have noticed fewer phone calls, shorter visits, or even a sense that you and your loved ones no longer speak the same language. But is this distance truly permanent? I used to believe my grandson was too busy to care until one day, out of the blue, he called to ask about our family's history. That simple conversation changed everything. I realized that sometimes, all it takes is one small moment to bridge the gap. Reconnecting across generations isn't just about nostalgia, it's about creating new memories, sharing wisdom, and feeling valued. So today, let's explore 5 practical ways to rebuild these relationships, small steps that can transform your later years into a time of deep connection, warmth, and belonging. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you liked this video. It helps me keep sharing more important lessons. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Also, if you enjoy this video, please comment 1. If you don't, comment 0 so I know how to improve. Now, let's get started. Way 1. Sharing family stories and memories. Stories are more than just words. They are bridges connecting past and present, allowing wisdom, history, and love to flow across generations. Many older adults feel their experiences are overlooked, yet within those memories lie lessons, laughter, and resilience that younger family members may not even realize they need. When you share a family story, you're not just reminiscing, you're giving your children and grandchildren a piece of their identity, a foundation they can stand on as they navigate their own lives. Think about the stories passed down in your family. Maybe it's the tale of your grandparents' struggles during hard times, the sacrifices they made, or the moments of triumph that defined them. Perhaps it's a simple memory, holiday traditions, a favorite childhood meal, or the way life was before everything became digital. These stories give younger generations a sense of belonging, an understanding of where they come from. But what if they don't seem interested? It's easy to assume young people are too distracted to care. The truth is, sometimes they just don't know how to ask. That's why taking the first step matters. Instead of waiting for them to inquire, start small, share a story over dinner, write a letter, or record a short message on your phone. Even if they don't react right away, your words might stick with them in ways you never expect. Helen, 68, thought her grandson had no interest in family history until one day she casually mentioned her grandfather's experience in World War II. To her surprise, he was fascinated. They began writing down family memories together, creating a legacy that would last for generations. Small moments like these prove that storytelling isn't just about the past, it's about shaping the future. Of course, sharing memories isn't always easy. Some stories bring back painful moments, loss, hardship, or regrets we'd rather forget. You might hesitate, wondering if younger family members will truly care, or if speaking about the past will only remind you of what's been lost. But even difficult memories have value. They carry lessons of perseverance, love, and survival that can inspire those who come after you. By sharing both the joys and the struggles, you're painting a full picture of life, one that can guide future generations through their own challenges. Still, getting younger family members to engage isn't always straightforward. The key is to make stories come alive. Instead of simply recounting events, involve them in the experience. Bring out old photo albums and point to a younger version of yourself. Ask them who they think that person is before revealing the answer. Show them a cherished object from the past, whether it's a letter, a recipe card, or an old record, and tell the story behind it. These tangible connections make the past feel real and personal. Technology can also be a powerful tool. If your grandchildren live far away, consider recording short voice messages or even video clips sharing a memory. Start a family memory email thread where you write down a story every week and encourage others to contribute. Even a simple social media post about a family tradition can spark conversations that might not happen otherwise. Ultimately, every family story is a gift, whether your loved ones recognize it now or later. Just like Helen and her grandson, you never know when a single shared memory will open a door to a deeper connection. Keep telling your stories, because one day, they'll realize how much those words truly mean. Way 2. Participating in shared activities. Sometimes, the best way to reconnect with family isn't through words, it's through shared experiences. Activities create natural moments of bonding, allowing relationships to grow without the pressure of deep conversations. For older adults, engaging in meaningful activities with children and grandchildren offers an opportunity to create new memories while reinforcing the value of family. Whether it's cooking a favorite meal together, tending a small garden, or playing an old-fashioned board game, these simple moments can build connections in ways that feel effortless. Many older adults fear that younger generations are too busy to spend time with them, but the reality is that children and grandchildren often appreciate these experiences more than they let on. The key is to choose activities that feel natural and enjoyable for both sides. If your grandchild loves food, invite them into the kitchen and teach them a traditional family recipe. If they enjoy nature, plant flowers or vegetables together and watch them grow over time. Even something as simple as taking a short walk can provide time for meaningful conversations without feeling forced. David, 71, discovered this when he decided to bake bread with his grandson every weekend. What started as a simple activity soon became a cherished family ritual. Over time, the boy began looking forward to their baking sessions, not just for the bread, but for the stories and laughter they shared. These small traditions are what family bonds are built on, yet they often go unnoticed until years later. Of course, challenges can arise. Busy schedules, lack of interest, or even physical limitations may make it difficult to engage in activities together. But the secret is to adapt, find creative ways to make time, and choose activities that fit your energy levels. Even when family members want to spend time together, life's demands can make it difficult. Younger generations are often caught up in school, work, and social commitments, while older adults may struggle with mobility or energy levels. But the key to success isn't forcing participation, it's making activities easy, enjoyable, and meaningful for everyone involved. Instead of expecting long visits or big commitments, start small. A short coffee break, a puzzle at the kitchen table, or a quick phone call to discuss a favorite book can be enough to nurture a bond. One of the most effective ways to ensure continued participation is to create consistency. Establishing a simple, recurring tradition, like Sunday morning pancakes, Friday afternoon gardening, or a monthly movie night, makes spending time together a natural part of life rather than an obligation. The beauty of these traditions is that they evolve. A child who once enjoyed baking cookies with you might grow into an adult who calls every holiday to ask for that same recipe. A teenager who once helped you in the garden might later plant flowers in their own backyard, thinking of you with every bloom. Technology can also play a role in shared activities, especially when distance is a factor. If in-person visits aren't possible, consider setting up a virtual game night, a video call to cook the same recipe together, or even a shared online journal where family members can contribute thoughts and stories. These creative solutions allow for connection even when physical presence isn't an option. At the heart of it all, shared activities are about more than just passing the time. They're about creating moments of warmth, laughter, and love. Even if schedules are hectic or interests don't always align, the effort to spend time together will be remembered far longer than any specific activity itself. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Way 3. Using technology to stay connected. For many older adults, the greatest challenge in maintaining family connections isn't a lack of love, it's distance. In today's world, children and grandchildren often move to different cities, states, or even countries for work, education, or personal reasons. Decades ago, staying in touch meant waiting for a letter or a long-distance phone call. But now, technology has given us a powerful gift, the ability to see, hear, and interact with loved ones no matter where they are. Video calls, messaging apps, and social media have made it easier than ever to stay connected. The question is, are you willing to embrace it? Many seniors hesitate when it comes to learning new technology, feeling that it's too complicated or meant only for younger people. But the truth is, these tools are designed to make communication easier, not harder. A simple FaceTime or Zoom call can turn a lonely evening into a heartwarming conversation with a grandchild. Sending a quick text or sharing a photo can create an instant connection, even in the middle of a busy day. You don't need to become a technology expert, just taking small steps can make a big difference. Ruth, 66, was initially skeptical about using FaceTime. She had always relied on phone calls and handwritten letters. But when her granddaughter moved to another state for college, she decided to give it a try. The first call was awkward. She held the phone too close, the camera was tilted, and she kept asking, "Can you hear me?" But over time, it became second nature. Now, she and her granddaughter have a standing video call every Sunday, sharing stories, laughter, and even cooking together from afar. Of course, learning new technology can be frustrating. Screens freeze, buttons are confusing, and settings never seem to work as expected. But the good news is, you don't have to figure it out alone. It's natural to feel frustrated when learning something new, especially when technology seems to change so quickly. But the key to success isn't mastering every feature, it's finding simple ways to make technology work for you. If you're unsure where to start, ask a family member to guide you. Most grandchildren are more than happy to teach their grandparents how to use FaceTime, send a text, or even set up a social media account. If they're not available, many senior centers, libraries, and community organizations offer free technology classes designed specifically for older adults. One of the biggest concerns older adults have about technology is feeling like an outsider, like they're intruding on a world meant for younger people. But here's the truth, your presence online matters. Grandchildren may not always express it, but knowing that their grandparents can see their updates, comment on their photos, or send a quick message can make them feel more connected. Even if they don't always respond right away, just seeing your name pop up in their messages can be a gentle reminder that you're thinking of them. Technology also offers creative ways to engage in shared activities, even when you're miles apart. Try watching a movie together using a streaming service that allows for synchronized viewing. Play an online game that lets you interact in real time. Start a shared digital photo album where family members can upload pictures and videos. Small gestures like these can turn distant relationships into close ones. At the end of the day, technology isn't a replacement for in-person connection, but it is a bridge. Every time you send a message, start a video call, or comment on a post, you're taking an active step toward staying close with your loved ones. It's not about becoming a tech expert, it's about using the tools available to keep love, laughter, and family bonds alive, no matter the distance. Way 4. Inviting grandchildren to help or support you. As we grow older, daily tasks that once felt effortless can become more challenging. Simple errands like grocery shopping, fixing things around the house, or getting to medical appointments may require more effort than before. Many older adults hesitate to ask for help, fearing they'll be seen as a burden. But what if seeking support from your grandchildren wasn't just about getting help, but about strengthening your bond with them? When you ask your grandchildren for assistance, you're giving them an opportunity to step up and take part in your life. Young people often want to feel useful, but they don't always know how to contribute. By inviting them to help in small but meaningful ways, you're not only easing your own burden but also giving them a chance to feel valued. Whether it's fixing a leaky faucet, setting up a new phone, or simply keeping you company at a doctor's visit, these moments of support create natural opportunities for connection. Frank, 69, had always been independent, but after a minor surgery, he needed help running errands. Instead of hiring a service, he asked his grandson to drive him to his eye appointment. At first, it seemed like a simple favor, but that car ride turned into something much more, an hour of uninterrupted conversation. They laughed about old memories, talked about life, and even stopped for lunch afterward. That one ride became the start of a new tradition, and now they schedule regular outings together. Of course, not every grandchild will immediately jump at the chance to help. They may be busy, distracted, or hesitant. The key is to make the request lighthearted and inviting. Instead of saying, "I need you to do this for me," try, "I'd love your company, want to come along?" Sometimes, it's not about the task itself, but about making the moment meaningful. One of the biggest challenges older adults face when asking for help is the fear of being a burden. It's easy to think, "They're too busy, I don't want to interfere with their lives, or I should be able to do this on my own." But the truth is, allowing your grandchildren to help you is a gift, not just for you, but for them as well. It gives them the chance to show their care, to feel responsible, and to strengthen the bond between generations. In many cases, young people want to help, but they don't realize how much their presence and small acts of kindness matter. However, what if your grandchild declines your request? It can be discouraging if they seem uninterested or say they don't have time. The key is to keep the invitation open and adaptable. Instead of asking for something that might feel like a chore, frame it as an experience you can share. For example, instead of saying, "Can you take me to the grocery store?" you could say, "Let's go pick out ingredients for a family dinner together." Instead of asking them to fix something around the house, you could say, "I could use an extra hand with this, I'll teach you how Grandpa used to do it." When the activity feels like a shared moment rather than a responsibility, they're more likely to engage. Technology can also help bridge the gap. If your grandchild lives far away, you can still ask for support in different ways. Maybe they can help you set up a video call to keep in touch, teach you how to order groceries online, or help manage your accounts from a distance. These modern solutions allow for connection even when physical presence isn't possible. At its core, inviting your grandchildren to help isn't just about getting something done, it's about creating shared experiences, deepening relationships, and reminding them that family is built on love, support, and time spent together. One small request can lead to a lifetime of treasured moments. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Way 5. Creating new family traditions. Family traditions are the glue that holds generations together. They give us something to look forward to, a sense of belonging, and a reason to come together despite the busyness of life. Yet, as time passes, many older adults notice that once cherished family traditions start to fade. The big Sunday dinners, the holiday gatherings, and even simple weekend visits can become less frequent as younger generations grow up and become busy with their own lives. But here's the good news: traditions don't have to disappear. They can evolve, and new ones can be created to fit the needs of today's family while keeping the spirit of togetherness alive. One of the biggest misconceptions about traditions is that they have to be elaborate or follow a strict pattern. The truth is, even the smallest rituals can become deeply meaningful over time. A monthly family dinner, a seasonal picnic, or a simple tradition like sharing a gratitude list at the start of the year can bring everyone together in a way that feels natural. The key is consistency. When something happens regularly, it becomes a part of family life, something that future generations will come to cherish and expect. Take Anna, 73, for example. She noticed that her children and grandchildren only gathered on major holidays, and even then, conversations were rushed, and phones were always out. Instead of complaining about how things had changed, she decided to create something new: Sunday Family Day. Once a month, she invited everyone over for a casual meal, not a formal holiday gathering, just a relaxed time to eat, laugh, and enjoy each other's company. At first, attendance was inconsistent, but as months went by, it became a beloved tradition. Now, her family doesn't just attend, they look forward to it. Creating new traditions isn't always easy. Some family members may resist change, feeling nostalgic for the past, while others might struggle to commit due to their busy schedules. It's natural to feel disappointed if your first attempts don't go as planned, but the key is patience and flexibility. Instead of forcing participation, focus on making traditions enjoyable and meaningful so they naturally become something family members want to be a part of. One way to ensure a tradition lasts is to involve everyone in the process. Ask your children and grandchildren for ideas. What kind of gatherings or activities would they enjoy? Maybe a weekly movie night, a yearly family trip, or even a virtual tradition for those who live far away. When each person feels like they have a say, they'll be more likely to participate. The best traditions are the ones that evolve with time, shaped by the contributions of everyone involved. Technology can also help maintain traditions, especially when distance is a challenge. If your family is scattered across different states, consider setting up a monthly video call where everyone joins for a virtual coffee chat. If grandkids can't visit often, start a tradition of sending handwritten letters or voice messages to keep the connection alive. These small efforts may seem simple, but over time, they become the moments that strengthen family bonds. At its core, traditions aren't just about the activities themselves, they're about creating lasting memories. Whether it's a small weekly habit or a major annual event, these moments remind family members that no matter how life changes, there is always a place where they belong. The most beautiful part? The traditions you start today may become the ones your grandchildren continue for generations to come. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Rebuilding connections with family across generations is not about grand gestures, it's about small, meaningful efforts that bring people closer over time. As we age, it's easy to feel as if the distance between us and our children or grandchildren is growing, whether due to geographical separation, technological changes, or simply the fast-paced nature of modern life. But the truth is, relationships are not lost, they just need nurturing. Through storytelling, shared activities, technology, seeking support, and creating new traditions, you can transform family bonds into something strong and lasting. Think about the memories you cherish most. Chances are, they aren't about big, expensive events. Instead, they're the simple moments, a conversation over a home-cooked meal, a walk in the park, a handwritten letter, or a long phone call. These are the moments that matter, the ones that define love and connection. Reconnecting with family doesn't have to be complicated, it just requires a willingness to take the first step. If you've ever felt like your children or grandchildren don't have time for you, remember, sometimes they don't even realize the distance has grown. Life moves quickly for younger generations, but that doesn't mean they don't care. A small effort from your side, a story shared, an invitation extended, a message sent, can be all it takes to remind them of the importance of family. They may not always respond immediately, but over time, these small actions build a foundation of love and familiarity. Even if things haven't worked out the way you'd hoped in the past, it's never too late to try again. The bonds of family are not easily broken, they just need to be reawakened. Every effort you make today lays the groundwork for a future filled with connection, warmth, and shared joy. One of the most powerful truths about family is that the love we invest today extends far beyond our own lifetime. The small efforts we make to reconnect, whether through a weekly phone call, a family tradition, or a heartfelt conversation, leave behind something far more valuable than money or possessions. They create a legacy of love, a sense of belonging that will continue to shape the lives of those who come after us. It's important to remember that reconnection is not about perfection. There will be times when schedules conflict, when messages go unanswered, and when efforts seem unnoticed. But just because a moment doesn't unfold exactly as planned doesn't mean it was wasted. Every interaction, no matter how small, plants a seed. A story you tell today might be recalled years later. A family tradition you start now may one day become a treasured ritual. The key is persistence, choosing to reach out even when it feels like no one is reaching back. More importantly, reconnection doesn't have to be one-sided. By taking the first step, you may be giving your children and grandchildren the opportunity they didn't know they needed. Younger generations often struggle with the weight of responsibilities, careers, relationships, and personal challenges, but family remains a source of grounding. Sometimes, all they need is a reminder that they belong, that they are loved, and that no matter how far they roam, home is always within reach. So, as you reflect on your own family relationships, ask yourself, what small action can I take today? A phone call? A letter? An invitation to spend time together? Every step matters. If you've read this far, let me know by commenting 2 below. And if you have a story of reconnecting with your loved ones, share it. You never know who might be inspired by your experience. Family is built on moments of love, and it's never too late to create them. Thank you for following us till the end. Don't forget to show some love by clicking the like button and subscribe. This supports the channel and allows me to continue creating content for you. Leave your thoughts or comments below. Feel free to express yourself and stay positive. See you next time.